So if you're struggling with threading your manual sewing machine, just like what I have here, then this video is for you, because I'm going to be taking you step by step how to thread a manual sewing machine. Hi everyone, it's Designs by Simi and you're welcome back to my channel. First, we need to wind our bobbin, and to do that you need your thread and your bobbin. So because this my machine is a vintage machine and doesn't have a bobbin winder, I'm going to be improvising. So I got this disposable cup, and I'm going to be placing my thread inside of this cup. Now I'm going to be bringing my bobbin, which is also called reeler by the way, and I'm going to be winding my thread on it a couple of times, say about 4 or 5 times, just to secure the thread on it. And afterwards I'm going to be placing my disposable cup containing the thread very close to my sewing machine, just somewhere on the floor. Now this is what we have on the bobbin. What I'll do is to place my bobbin against the hand wheel such that the movement of the hand wheel will make the thread to reel on it, if you get what I'm saying. So now I'm going to be improvising. I don't have a spool, so I'm using just this broomstick that I cut off. So I'm placing it inside the bobbin, and now I'm going to make sure that my thread is facing me. In a minute I will show you a close-up, so I'll make sure my thread is facing me just like this. Now I'm holding both the thread and the broomstick that I'm using as spool with one hand, and I'm rolling my hand wheel with the other hand just like this. So when I roll my hand wheel a couple of times, I'll continue operating the sewing machine with my foot pedal, and now I'm going to be placing the bobbin against the hand wheel, and automatically it's just going to reel the thread on the bobbin. So here is a close-up of what I'm talking about. Just place your bobbin against your hand wheel and pull. Just hold your thread lightly, don't pull on it, just hold it lightly, and you see that the thread keeps reeling on the bobbin just like that. So when you see that your bobbin is full, you're going to be cutting off your thread, and there you have it. So after winding your bobbin like this, the next step is to place the bobbin inside the bobbin case, which is also called the shuttle. So this is what the bobbin case looks like. Now I'm going to be inserting my bobbin inside of it just like this, making sure that you have the ends of your thread outside. So I'm going to be pulling this thread to pass through a channel. There's a channel on your bobbin case that your thread has to pass through. So this is a close-up for you to see. I'm just going to be pulling my thread all the way through that channel, and when it passes through, I'm going to pull my thread to make sure that it comes out, it's able to move freely through that channel. So now we're going to be placing our bobbin case inside the sewing machine, and to do that I am going to be raising my needle up a bit, just with one circle. Make sure your needle is out of the way. So after doing this, I'm going to be opening up this plate, and when you look inside of this part of your machine, you're going to see where the bobbin case is supposed to go into. And once you insert your bobbin case, make sure you set it to fit into that opening, and you hear a click. Once you hear that click sound, it simply means that your bobbin case is perfectly fitted in, and now we can thread our sewing machine. So you start with your thread on the spool pin. Then I am going to be pulling my thread and inserting it into the first thread guide just like this. After inserting it into this, I'm going to be inserting my thread through the second thread guide here. Next step is to pass my thread through the tension disc just like that. So I want to make sure that my thread goes through that part and goes round the tension disc just like you see me do. So after this, it will pass through this next hook right there. Now I'm going to be passing my thread through the take up lever from the right to the left. If you're finding it difficult to put your thread inside the opening, you can just trim it off a bit. Now after passing it through this lever, I'm pulling on my thread, and as you can see, the thread can move freely, and that is what you want. Now I'm going to be passing it through this next hook here, and after that I'm going to be passing my thread through the needle from the left to the right, just as you see in the video. So after passing it from the left side, I'm going to be pulling it out from the right side. And now we're done with passing the upper thread. Now I'm going to be closing this plate off, and in order to pull out the thread in the bobbin case, I am going to be turning my hand wheel with just one circle. I will turn it out, so this movement causes the needle at the top to pick up the thread that is in the bobbin case that we fixed earlier. I'm going to be showing a close-up so you can see. So you turn your hand wheel, making sure that your needle goes in and your needle goes ahead to pick up the thread that is down in the bobbin case, and I'm going to be pulling it out with my fingers. Now that we have both thread, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be passing it through the opening in front of the presser foot in order to push it to the back, just like you see. And now we're going to be testing our machine to see if we threaded it properly. So I have this piece of fabric, so I lowered my presser foot lever at the back there, and now I'm going to be turning my hand wheel and pressing my foot pedal just to test my stitches. And this is what we have. So I'm going to be showing you a close-up. If you learned something new from this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be sharing more beginner friendly videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.